All right, are we live currently? YouTube is giving me all kinds of problems. Jeez. I'm really going to have to... Man, all right. So is this already live? Is there anybody in here? Let me know if any of you guys see me. Hold on, I just gotta put like a title on this and everything. I don't know, I really couldn't tell you why it's giving me a hard time. YouTube is giving me a hard time, man. So we already got a lot of people in here. All right, I gotta hold on, fellas. I gotta put a What's up, fellas? What's up? If you're in here, let me know. If you're in here, let me know. The stream wasn't working earlier, so now I just got to put like a thumbnail and a title on real quick. It'll be like 2 seconds, or not 2 seconds, but do some do some housekeeping, I guess. All right, good to know that we're at least out here though. If you're in here, let me know what's up. Leave a like on the video. Let me know. I'm just getting a couple things straightened out real quick. Appreciate all you guys for pulling up here. We'll be answering start sit questions in a second here. Just got to get everything looking decent on the video. I appreciate all you guys that came through onto this. Like the video just says live stream right now. What's up? What's up, everybody? What's up, brother? Good morning. Good morning. What's up? What's up? Welcome to the basement, everybody. All right, so just saved that. Now I just need to share the link in a couple spots, and then we're good to go, fellas. My bad for the hold up. My bad. My bad. All right, then I got to drop it in the Discord. Just to say some house rules, I'm going to try and get through as many questions as I can. If you want me to answer your question first or guarantee, I have the Patreon. So the people on the Patreon, I have a Discord channel that you guys can ask questions in called Stream Sunday Streams. Or you can just do the super chat, and I'll get to all of those. I'll try and get to everything else on top of that. All right, here we go. All right. Let me get this Discord thing over here. We're almost set and ready to go, fellas. My bad, my bad. Welcome to the basement, everybody, everybody. We're running out of space on my computer to put things. All right, so what do we got? We had a super chat in here. What's up, everybody? What's up? Super chat from Joey. You said pick two: Gage, Julio, Agnew, or Ayuk. You have bye week issues. All right, let me pull up some of my. Let me pull up my weekly rankings. Let me pull up the ESPN inactives. What are we thinking? What are we thinking here? Hold on, pulling everything up here. Man, we are asking some hard-hitting questions this morning, let me tell you that much. There are a lot of weird inactives going on. Like what, essentially Debo is doubtful. Full point PPR. I think off the top of my head, I think I go Julio and Ayuk, but I just want to see what's good with Debo. Debo is questionable. Gun to my head, I go Julio and Ayuk there. I don't hate Ayuk as a play this week. All right, so just give me a second, fellas. Pulling up my weekly rankings, pulling up the ESPN inactives lists. All right, we got some questions in the Discord. Again, Discord gets priority, then Super Chats, and then I'll get to everybody else in the chat as quick as I can. Discord question for the Rush 22. Can I start either Jeff Wilson or Ayuk at flex this week? If Elijah Mitchell is playing, I don't think I would start Jeff Wilson at all. It seems like Elijah Mitchell is trending towards playing, so I would probably go... I think that Ayuk is like a decent flex, but I wouldn't feel great in it. You said go cheese, and what's your confidence level in starting McCaffrey 1 to 100? I mean, if it said that he's playing, I don't hate him as like a pretty high-end RB2. You said Debo is expected to play, just limited. Yeah, so if Debo's expected to play but limited, I don't... Like, to me, Ayuk is probably like a fringe wide receiver 3, probably like high-end wide receiver 4. Question from Jack and Tube HD. Yo, what's up? Good morning. Pick one running back, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. I think I go... Man, that's tough between McCaffrey and Carlos Hyde. I think I would go McCaffrey. McCaffrey at running back. My 2 wide receivers would be... my 2 wide receivers would be... Julio, Judy, Emmanuel Sanders. I think it would be Judy and Emmanuel Sanders. And then I would probably flex Hyde, Jack and Tube. All right, what do we got? I'm gonna speed run through everything that's coming in. Devonta or Boston Scott? I would go Boston Scott. All right, I'm starting from Nick Hobie right here. Hunter Henry or Pat Freiermuth? I would go Hunter Henry this week. Who does Hunter Henry? Let me pull up all the matchups. I want to say that the Patriots got the. Patriots got the Panthers, so not like a great matchup or anything. Hold on. I go Mixon over Josh Jacobs there. I think Mixon's workload's actually been really, really good. Yo, what's up, SS Austin? What's up? What's up, brother? Pick 2 full PPR. What's up, Christian Noble? Yo, feel free to use the Discord, Christian. But pick 2 full PPR. Van Jefferson, Tyler Boyd, Jacoby Myers, or Bryan Edwards. Jeez, man. Probably Jacoby and Tyler Boyd. Yeah, I'd go Jacoby and Tyler Boyd. I'd go Daniel Jones in that group of quarterbacks. Ayuk or Khalil Herbert at flex if Montgomery plays. If Montgomery plays, I think I still go Khalil Herbert. I would still go Daniel Jones there. Discord question: Devonta Smith or Mike Gaseki? That's actually like kind of an interesting question. Gaseki's just been killing it recently. I think I would still always go the position player, but I do think that is close enough to the point where, yeah, I would actually. I'd actually go Gaseki there, which is really weird, but I would. I'd go Gaseki. Then we have pick 1, Ayuk, Mitchell, Bateman, Devonta Williams, Pollard. Those are my flex options. I would go Elijah Mitchell if he plays. Is D. Henry droppable or I keep him on IR? You got to keep him. He's supposed to come back. He could come back for like playoffs. Yeah, Jack and Tube. I would flex Hyde over Julio. Jordan Love or Jimmy G? I think Jordan Love, man. I can't say I'm expecting Jordan Love to be like god awful. I mean, the Chiefs are a pretty soft matchup. Jordan Love, like, he could be sick. No, yeah, Jack and Tube with Robinson out because Hyde's going to get pretty much all the carries. I'd have him over. The rankings just don't account for the Robinson injury. Morning, I have Waddle in my flex. Do I go with him? I have Debo and AJ Brown as my receiver. I have Christian Henderson as my RB core. You're killing me. What's the question? Do I go with him with Tua? I have Debo. You're not giving me any flex options, brother. So it's between Waddle, Adrian Peterson, Julio Jones, or Devonta Smith. I think I'd probably still go Waddle. I think that he was still pretty serviceable even with Brissett there. Tony or Higgins, I would go Higgins. Flex PPR, Boy Dad saying Peterson, Bateman, or Myers. I'd be really hesitant to start AP this week against, who are the Titans even playing? Yeah, the Rams. Bateman or Myers. I'd probably go Myers there. It doesn't feel great at all. The rush from Discord. I think I would still probably go Elijah Mitchell over Carlos Hyde though. Like Carlos Hyde for me is like a top like 14 running back play. I'd say that Elijah Mitchell is like a top 10 to 12 guy. But yeah, I think I still prefer Elijah Mitchell to Carlos Hyde. It's really close though. Yes, seriously, what's good, Ron? And happy BR pick 2 of Sutton, Emmanuel Sanders, Zach Moss, and Bateman. Huh. I'd say that's tough. It's hard for me when comparing the 0.5 PPR guys to running backs because it's hard to figure out at what point do you just go with a wide receiver. Because I do like Zach Moss a lot as a play this week, to be honest with you. I think like my gut, I think I go Sutton and Zach Moss if I'm being honest. Yeah, I'd go Sutton and Zach Moss. I don't love Bateman as a play this week. Even as much as I do love Rashad Bateman. What we got? Start Hyde if J-Rob is out or Connor. If J-Rob is out, then Hyde all day there. James Conner or Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde. Jesus Christ, that was whack. You said Ertz or Kittle this week. Yeah, I would still go Ertz over Kittle. I'm not starting Kittle anywhere that I have him unless if I'm like my back's against the wall and I need to. You know what I mean? But like anybody that's like pretty serviceable, I'd be taking over Kittle. Like Ertz, a Dan Arnold. Josh Jacobs or Joe Mixon, non-PPR. Mixon, I feel like I answered that. Do I stream Danny Dimes, Carr, or Jordan Love? Definitely not Jordan Love. Definitely not Jordan Love. Who is Daniel Jones go against? Yeah, I'd go Carr there, I think. Or actually, who do I have over? Or no, I'd go Daniel Jones there. Bateman or Bryan Edwards in flex. I would go probably Bateman. Yeah, I'd go Bateman. I don't love Bryan Edwards, to be honest with you guys. Happy PR, Robert Woods, Brandon Cooks, Elijah Mitchell. Gotta be honest, with Tyrod Taylor playing, it does make me want to say Brandon Cooks there. Also, the rush in the Discord. I would say full PPR doesn't really affect too much the Mitchell over Hyde decision. I will say though, I'm not like if it seems like Elijah Mitchell is doubtful and you can't afford that risk. I don't know when the Jaguars play. So if the Jaguars aren't playing in a late window game, I don't mind going like it's so close. I don't mind going Hyde just to lock in that game, so you don't have to like if Elijah Mitchell doesn't play, then you're screwed or whatever. I feel like I'm kind of making sense there. All right, so Brandon Cooks, Elijah Mitchell. Just playing on my 0.5 PPR, so I know that's where it gets tough is when it's between positions because like I like Elijah Mitchell in 0.5. Yeah, I'd go Elijah Mitchell there, but I don't know like how bad is it looking for Elijah Mitchell to play today, boys? So Saquon is officially inactive. But yeah, I'd go Elijah Mitchell there. Need to Mitchell, Drake, or Gaskin. I would go Mitchell and Gaskin for sure. What was I looking for though? Oh yeah, I don't have like a report on Elijah. Like is he like it's like I've heard like some people think that like Elijah Mitchell is like damn near doubtful. Huh. And it says Elijah Mitchell is questionable. Daniel Jones, Mac Jones, or Jordan Love. I love Daniel Jones there. CeeDee Lamb going to play as of now, yes. You start Van Jefferson, Ayuk, or Bateman. Are any of those 1 o'clock games? When do the Ravens play? All right, so for me, it's between Ayuk and Jefferson. If Debo gets listed as inactive, I would play Ayuk. If he suits up, then I would just play Van Jefferson in the later window, I believe. Let me check real quick though. Yeah, I'd go Van Jefferson if Debo plays, and you have the time window where it sets up. Mitchell or Edmonds in my flex, I would go Mitchell. James Robinson is out this week, even so can Hyde do anything against Buffalo? 100%. He's gonna get all the volume. He's gonna give you like a Devonta Booker, like Darrell Williams type stat line, which is fine. That'll do it. Tony or Zach Moss in my flex. That's a good one. I would say I think I go Zach Moss. I don't know why I fumbled on that for time, but yeah, I'd go Zach Moss. Zachary, I love you, brother, but I refuse to weigh in on a trade that has like it's like a 7-for-7 trade. I just can't even I can't even process that. I'm sorry. Ayuk bust out game, him, Pollard, Devonta Smith at flex. I would go probably Devonta Smith. Do I stack Tannehill with AJ Brown or play Tyrod against his Dolphins? Tannehill all day probably. Discord question from Mike: Kittle or Pat Freiermuth? Man, oh man. Man, oh man. Man, if Kittle does suit up, he's actually. I said earlier that I wouldn't play Kittle. If Kittle does suit up, I think that he's actually like a top 8 play. Like outside of like Waller, Kelsey, Pitts, Mark Andrews, then like maybe like a Gaseki or a Dallas Goedert. After that, I'm playing Kittle. So, I'd go Kittle over Pat Freiermuth. Yeah, I would stack. I would go Tannehill there over Tyrod. Got a question from the Discord, Mr. Llama Boss: DJ Moore or Christian McCaffrey? Man, we're asking the hard hitting questions with that. How stacked must your team be if that is what you're choosing between, my brother? Man, extremely reluctant, but McCaffrey. I think that you just that's tough, but I would go McCaffrey. Pick one: Emmanuel Sanders or Robert Woods. I would go Woods. Flex full PPR: Javonte Williams, Allen Robinson, Tony Pollard. I would go Javonte. I think. Yeah, I would go Javonte. Banged up Elijah Mitchell or Jarvis Landry PPR flex. I would go Elijah Mitchell unless if there's any kind of news that he's not playing. Hold on, my dog's going crazy. I'm gonna text my brother to No, I know CMC's on a pitch count, but I would still go CMC. I just saw we got a super chat. Hold on. Who's this from? Jonathan Robbie's. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the donation. What do we got? Claypool, Tony, Bateman, Ayuk, Rondell Moore. You said start 3. I would definitely go. I think I would go Claypool, Tony, Claypool and Tony, and then it gets close for me. Between Ayuk and Rondell Moore. I think I would go because it seems like, man, Hopkins not playing, but Kyler Murray isn't really playing either. Look, I think I'd still go Rondell Moore, Claypool, Kadarius Toney. For me, it's very close between Rondell Moore and Ayuk, though. But yeah, Mike, I'd still or Mr. Llama Boss, I'd still go DJ Moore, or no, I'd still go McCaffrey even with the pitch count, just because of his like crazy upside. He has a crazy floor. Like, God, that's I'm sorry that you have to pick between those two players, but I would go Mark Ingram. Jack and two, brother. I don't really do kickers. Like I would say probably whatever is like the best projected. Like I say probably Gay. I'd say probably Gay. I don't know. I'm just saying I'm not the best with kickers. That's why I don't even do the rankings because they're so all over the place. Pick two: McNichols, AP, or Javonte. I think I would go McNichols and Javonte there. Tyrod or Herbert for sure, fellas. Traded away Christian McCaffrey for Henry Ruggs. Jesus Christ. At right now, should I trust Monty or go with Boston Scott full PPR? Man, oh man. I don't like that at all, man. Mr. Llama Boss, I think I'd still go. CMC over Mixon. I think CMC is probably like a top 10 play for me at running back, maybe even more. In full PPR between Boston Scott and David Montgomery, I think I would probably still go. Man, I think I'd probably go Boston Scott. I got Chandler from the Discord, Standardish Scoring League, Big Play TDs, efficiency are highly favored. I'd go Elijah Mitchell there, and if Elijah Mitchell doesn't play, then I'd probably go probably would go Tony. Does the question of the day is what time does Tony play? 1 p.m. Damn, so you got to make that decision quick. If all signs point to Elijah Mitchell playing, I would go Elijah Mitchell. Devonta Smith, Tajay Sharper, Jamal Agnew. I'd go Devonta Smith there. Mike Davis, Boston Scott, or Javonte. Man. I would go Boston Scott there. Khalil Herbert now with David Montgomery playing is probably he's probably now just like a high-end RB3. Need 2 full PPR. Claypool, Woods, Sutton. Man, those are all very close for me. I'd go Claypool, Woods. Also, Jack and Tube, do I think Najee or CMC can outscore Jonathan Taylor after what he did Thursday? What did he put up, like 35 points? I don't know what Najee Harris's like highest point total has been this year, to be honest. I'd say McCaffrey 1000% can, just because he's Christian McCaffrey. Najee's a maybe from me, unless if he's already done it this year. CCN, I would go Hyde. I'd go Hyde over Pollard. I'd say Hyde for me is probably like a fringe RB, or he's probably like a RB 20 to RB like 20 like 2 kind of guy now. Hold on, I'm looking to see how much Najee. I'd go Kittle there over Hunter Henry. I'd go Javonte over Khalil Herbert. I think Khalil Herbert's like an RB3 now at best. I think I would go Kadarius Toney there over Javonte and Ayuk. Let me look up Najee. I'm looking at 0.5 PPR. Yeah, I don't think Najee can put up a 30+ point game. It would have to be full PPR, and it would have to be another like 15 reception game again. Chandler, you said need to differentiate. Let me see. I think it's probably still going to be an Albert O there, but I'll check. Yeah, Chandler, between Albert O, Dan Arnold, Conklin. I would go. Actually, I don't hate Conklin. I think I'd probably go. No, I'd probably still go Alberto. I love Alberto. Should I roll with Javonte or over Boston Scott? I think I would go Boston Scott still. Mitchell or Peterson? Mitchell for me. Better rest of season tight end Gaseki, Goddard, same bye week, and debating on dropping either for Logan Thomas. I would keep both over Logan Thomas. I know I did just like pump him, but both of those guys are like top 8 tight ends rest of season. Tua or Wait Murray. I don't know what that means, but both of those QBs seem to be not playing. T. Higgins or Mooney. T. Higgins for sure. Mike Davis, Boston Scott, or Javonte. I would go Boston Scott. Should I start Mitchell or Claypool in the flex half PPR? I would go Mitchell unless if he's not playing. Then I would go Claypool. Or actually, let me flip on that. Let me look at my ranks in the flexes, because that's actually going to be really close. Man, they're back-to-back. I'm going to say with the uncertainty of the injury, I'd actually go Claypool. PPR start one. But you're going to have time, because I want to say Claypool plays on a night game. I want to say that's Monday night. So feel free to wait as long as you can. PPR start one, Elijah Mitchell or Zach Moss. I would go Elijah Mitchell. You have a great day as well, Cranky Jordan. Appreciate you, buddy. What do we got? Jack and Tube in the Discord. How are you feeling about Schultz and Herbert today? I don't know if we're talking about Justin Herbert, Khalil Herbert. I'll say if we're talking about Justin Herbert, he's playing Philadelphia. I think that he probably is going to do great. Schultz has been weird for me. I still don't really know what to expect from Schultz, especially if it depends on if Gallup is playing. But both are decently iffy, I'd say. Probably just like fine, like top 8 starts at their positions. Montgomery, Herbert, or Mike Davis. I would go Montgomery there, which just feels whack with him like coming back, not really even having like a full workload per se. Decided we're busting open a nice little box of raspberries here. Little ASMR for the fellas. Bateman or Boyd? I'd go Boyd. I love Bateman as much as anybody else. I'm still not starting him with any confidence yet. David Njoku's my guy. I love David Njoku. I actually, with the Odell Beckham trade, that actually does free some things up for Njoku. Or not, he's not traded, he got released, but Elijah Mitchell over Judy for me. Hey Ron. Start Kirk, Taysom, or Daniel Jones. Also trade Edmonds, Terry, and Gronk for Adams. Jeez. I think I would go Daniel Jones at quarterback. Edmonds, McLaurin, and Gronk for Devonta. I think I would. I do think I would. I don't love 3-for-1s, but I think I would do that. As long as you have the depth to withstand that. Beasley, Sutton, or Tony in the flex. I think Sutton. I go Sutton. Also appreciate you, Ron the Goat. I feel like I see your comments all the time. Also appreciate that we share the same name. Love to see it. Goddard or Kittle in PPR? Jeez, that's a tough question, brother. Who's Goddard playing? The Chargers. Kittle's playing Arizona. Debo on a touch count. Probably Kittle. Actually, I'm going to say Goddard. Go Goddard there. Singletary or Hyde? I'd go Hyde. Someone offered you this trade. Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs for Jonathan Taylor. Would I trade away Jonathan Taylor for Joe Mixon? Dude, I gotta be honest. I don't think I'm trading away Jonathan Taylor for anybody. I just have to be like, I think he might be RB1 rest of season. Like, I know on paper you're getting a lot of value, and that trade feels like a smash. I'd have to see the rest of your team, but like Jonathan Taylor might be the guy you need to have to win, if that makes sense. Also, Kirk and Dalvin stack this week. I'd say quarterback to running back stacks aren't really anything too big, but Elijah Mitchell over Melvin Gordon. Yeah, no, I agree that Najee can score 20 in his sleep, but 35 like JT did is tough. Because he just doesn't, he's not as explosive. He has to get there on like just like 15 catches. He could. It'd have to be one of those weird one-off games though. PPR, but I mean, anybody that gets to 35 points has to have like a weird one-off game. Cole Beasley or Julio Jones? Man, is Cole Beasley playing? Huh. So he's questionable with ribs. Practice late in the week. Just keep an eye on if he's playing, man. But I think, guns to my head, I probably prefer... Julio or Beasley. I think I'd probably go Julio. Or no. Let me actually defer to my rankings here. I'm going to give you... Yeah, I'd go Beasley unless if he doesn't play, then I'd go Julio, which is like kind of a given. I'd go Hurts over Carr. Elijah Mitchell over Melvin. Pick 2 to start: Bateman, Shenault, Kirk, or Myers. I'd go Jacoby and Christian Kirk. Landry or Tony? Man. I think I'd kind of go Jarvis Landry. I really like Jarvis with OBJ gone. The Bengals are a pretty soft matchup. Said pick 2 wide receivers and flex. What do we got? Pick 2 wide receivers and flex. Rashad Bateman, T. Higgins, Boston Scott, Robert Woods, Bryan Edwards, Brandon Ayuk. I would go T. Higgins, Robert Woods, and Darrell Williams. I think that makes sense. Need a last-minute quarterback streamer. You like Tyrod, Kirk, Lawrence, or Fields? Man, it's close between Tyrod and Kirk. I'll say that much. I'd go Christian Kirk. Or not Christian Kirk. I'd go Kirk Cousins there. Kyle Pitts or Goddard. I'd go Pitts all day. Non-PPR, Montgomery, Drake, Johnson, Pollard, or Booker. I would go Devonta Booker there. Fan from the Discord, I'd still go Devonta Smith there over Bateman. CMC or Mike Williams. God, I'd go Christian McCaffrey there. I'd go Jarvis Landry over Kadarius Toney. T. Higgins, Waddle, rest of season, full PPR. I think I'd still go T. Higgins rest of season. More stable quarterback play. I think that he's a better player overall. I think that things just haven't really panned out for him yet. I could see a T. Higgins explosion game. Let me tell you that much. T. Higgins explosion game seems very well in the realm of possibilities here. What else do we got? Javonte, Hyde, or Dearness Johnson. I would go Hyde there. Ron, stick together. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Darnold or Fields? Ew. Ew. Is that really what life has come down to for us? MO? It's... Man. Dude, I like... Man, they're back-to-back in my ranks. I guess Darnold, but I hate it. Just keep an eye on if Darnold actually... Khalil Herbert or Adrian Peterson? Oof. Oof, 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 oof. That's close as hell, man. I think I still go Khalil Herbert. Question from the Discord, the Rush 22. Do you like Jeff Wilson rest of season full PPR? Yeah, I have him stashed in a few places. If anything happens to Elijah Mitchell, like he is that guy. I could easily see a stretch of like 4 or 5 games where Jeff Wilson gives us like a nice, like 4 or 5 game stretch. Devontae Booker or T. Higgins? God, that's tough. Devontae Booker or T. Higgins. I'm gonna assume 0.5 PPR, Mike. But I'd go T. Higgins there. Colt McCoy or Darnold. Man, Colt McCoy is a dog, bro. If anybody remembers him at Texas, I feel like he's like low-key one of like the greatest college quarterbacks of all time. Maybe I'm talking on my ass there. But I could have sworn that he went to like toe-to-toe with Tim Tebow a few times. I could be wrong. Remember, I'm only 20, so like when he was like nice, I might have been like 12. Maybe even younger than that. But I think I'm still firmly going Darnold there over Colt McCoy. Yeah, I'd still go Darnold. Kyle Pitts or Dallas Goedert? I'd go Pitts. Kittle or Higbee, non-PBR? I'd go Kittle. Kirk or Bateman? I'd go Kirk. Yeah, exactly. Which is in the range of possibilities, right? Like that's what Jonathan Taylor needed was multiple touchdowns, but he'd need like 2 touchdowns, like which is possible. What's up, my man? I'd go Hurts all day there, Tori. Ben Jefferson. I'm gonna assume Van Jefferson or Claypool. I'd go Claypool. Would you trade Higgins, Kelsey, and Jacobs for CMC, Hubbard, and Woods? If you already have Kittle, then yes, I would. With Robinson out, would you start Hyde over Kirk? Yeah. CMC or Mike Williams? I'd play CMC. Is AJ Brown playing listed as questionable? What's your opinion? I assume that he plays. Like AJ Brown's one of those guys that like doesn't practice. He's like beat up, but like he'll usually play. I'd go Claypool over Jefferson, McNichols, Myers, or Tony. That's a close one. All right, I'd go Tony there. Edmonds or Darrell Williams. Man, that's close. That is close. With no Kyler Murray, I would go Darrell Williams. Kyle Pitts or Dallas Goedert, half PPR. I'd go Kyle Pitts. Myers, Bateman, Damian Harris. I'd go Damian. Let me see. I'd go Damian Harris. Yeah. I feel like I'm answering like the same question over and over again. I can't tell some of you guys are asking the same question over and over again. Debo or Deontay? I would go. That's incredibly close. I think I go Deontay Johnson there. Tyrod Taylor or Jordan Love? I think I go Jordan Love. Should I go Bateman? I already answered that. Damian Harris. I'd go McNichols. Appreciate you for saying that you appreciate me taking my time, brother. Elijah Mitchell or Booker? I'd go Elijah Mitchell. Hyde or Kirk? If we're talking Christian Kirk, that's extremely close. I'd go Christian Kirk there. I'd go Kadarius Toney there. Do I start Marvin Jones or Kittle at flex? Jeez. I would go Kittle. I think I'd go Kittle. Like I hate that, but I'd go Kittle. Tony, Van, or Judy. I think I would go Judy there. Actually, I'd go Tony. Kadarius Toney, Myles Gaskin, Rondale Moore, or Darrell Williams as my flex in a full PPR. Man, that is tough. I think I'd go Gaskin. I'd go Javonte Williams there over Bateman. Should I trade Kamara and Sutton for Tyreek and Patterson? I don't know. That trade's like mostly a wash for me. Like Tyreek and Kamara are about even. Sutton and Patterson are about even. If you put a gun to my head, I would say Tyreek Patterson side. Oh, nice little super chat. I can't tell if I'm too far behind to the point where you guys aren't even like here for the questions and the answers, but I don't know. CMC or Claypool full PPR, love the channel. Appreciate you, Thomas. I would go with McCaffrey. I'm pretty like if McCaffrey's playing, like I would just trust that. All right, so I decided I'm starting back up from Trey Cobb. Also, letting everybody know, I'm only going to be going until 12:15. So if you guys have anything last second here, make sure you get those in. All right, I'll get back to Trey Cobb. We have another super chat from Oof Oof. Thank you so much, brother. Tyrod Taylor, Jordan Love, full PPR with Kyler hurt. Huh. I think I would go Jordan Love. Like it. Yeah, I mean. I'd go Jordan Love there. I know it feels really ugly, but I would go Jordan Love. Back to Trey Cobb or the Rush 22 in the Discord. Mitchell or Judy rest of season full PPR. I think still Mitchell until Judy shows something. Just because Mitchell like back-to-back 100-yard games, he looks good. 10-point per TD. I think I go Tyrod there. I don't really know how that affects things. I'd go Darrell Williams. I'm in a rough spot. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Sharp, or pick up Rondale Moore. I'd go Rondale Moore all day. Marvin Jones or Kittle. I would go Kittle. Wide receiver start D-Hop, Sutton, or Judy. I would go. Man, it doesn't seem like D-Hop's gonna play, man. So I would personally go Sutton. Kenny Gallaudet or Marvin Jones, please help. I think I would go Marvin Jones. Let me check the ranks real quick. I don't know if I even ranked Kenny Gallaudet this week. Actually, I think I would go Kenny Gallaudet. Pitts or Kittle, I would go Pitts. Devonta Booker or Gaseki and flex. Dude, as weird as that sounds, I think I would go Gaseki. Like it's crazy we're getting to the spot in the season where like we're starting tight ends in our flexes. Yeah, I would go Gaseki there. All right, we got another super chat. Appreciate you, Josh. What'd you say? Start Robinson or Boston Scott, or Hyde or Boston Scott. I'd go Carlos Hyde there. He's locked in for a lot more volume. Claypool, Higgins, or Tony, I would go Claypool. I'm just gonna rip through as many of these as possible because at 12:15 I gotta dip and set my own lineups. Hyde or Waddle. Waddle. Just a gut feel. Gage or Deontay Harris. If you gun to my head, I would actually go Deontay Harris. Josh Jacobs or Chase Claypool at flex, I would go Claypool. Javonte Williams, Devonta Smith, AP, or Bateman. Man, I think I'd probably go Devonta Smith. Should I keep D-Hop for his playoff schedule or trade him away? At this point, I don't think you can get much for him in return, to be honest, but I would probably just keep him. Waddle or Hyde, I would go probably Hyde. Need to start two. Happy BR, Elijah Mitchell, Chase Edmonds, or Zach Moss. Jeff Wilson returning scares me. I'm still starting Elijah Mitchell with full confidence as long as he plays. Because I think the common misconception was, I was reading about it on Twitter, is Shanahan doesn't like to use a committee. As much as he rotates through running backs, his lead back for a game gets the bulk of the touches, essentially. So if Elijah Mitchell is healthy, ready to go, and he gets the bulk of the touches, he'll be fine. Elijah Mitchell, Cordell Patterson, Devontae Booker, Happy BR need to start two of them. I would go Patterson and Mitchell. Hyde or Giannis, I'd go Hyde. Again, I'd go Gallaudet. Danny Dimes or Mahomes, I'd go Mahomes. Should I start McCaffrey over Henderson? Oof. Now that is a dilemma, my guy. That is a dilemma. I think I would still go. I think I'd still just go Henderson. His matchup is juicy. He gets all that volume. Michael Williams, who is, I guess I'm gonna assume Mike Williams. I'd go Mike Williams there. Julio or Myers, I'd go Julio. Who should I start? Debo, Montgomery, Elijah Mitchell, Corey Davis, or Jacoby Myers, also in a different league. Debo or Thielen. I would go Debo in both. Just make sure he's playing. Chase, McNichols, Connor. I would go Chase, and I would go McNichols. Rondale Moore, Kenny Gallaudet, no AJ Green or D Hop. I think I'd probably go, man. I think probably Rondale. I'm gonna say Gallaudet. CD Lamb or Cooks, I'd go CD. Evan Ingram or Kittle, I would go Kittle. Julio Jones or Rondale Moore, I'd go Julio. I'd go Mahomes. I feel like I already answered that. Elijah Mitchell, Cordell Patterson. I feel like I already answered that. Thielen or Amari Cooper. I would actually go Thielen there. Waddle or Sutton, PPR. I'd go Sutton. Cooper or Judy, I'd go Cooper. Kittle or Freiermuth, I'd go Kittle. Mike Williams or Cole Beasley, I would go Mike Williams. Hyde or Tajay Sharp, I'd go Hyde. Chase Edmonds for Christian Kirk. Or I'd go Christian Kirk. Zeke or McCaffrey. I would go Zeke. Judy or Emmanuel Sanders. Oh, that's close, man. That is close, but I think I would go I'd go Judy. I'd go Judy there. Who should I start? My flex: Montgomery, Jeff Wilson, Ayuk, or McNichols. I would go Montgomery. Julio. Remember, I'm just trying to rip through these. I'd go Tony, Patterson, AJ Brown, or Debo. Sit one. Probably would sit Patterson. Flex one, Javonte, Khalil Herbert, or Bateman. Javonte. Full PPR, Waddle, or Keenan Allen. I would go Keenan Allen. EG3. What's up, my brother? What's up? I'd go Gallaudet there if it's like a standard league like that. Is Edmonds the move this week with all the injuries for the Cards? Not really. I think that he's probably going to be in a tough spot. Who's the backup quarterback for the Cardinals? Is it Colt McCoy? That would be really interesting. This is like a pretty serviceable backup. What else we got, fellas? I'm peacing soon. We got Renfro or Julio. I'd go Julio. Gaskin, Moss, or Boston Scott. I would go Moss. All right, fellas. It is 12:15. We've been live for about an hour here. I appreciate every single one of you guys that came out. I really do appreciate all of you guys, especially the people in the Patreon or the people that have been doing the super chat. Just anybody out there that leave a like. You guys are the best. You guys are the reason why these lights are on, why I can sit down here on a Sunday, talk football with you guys. Now, what was I going to say? We just hit 7,000 subscribers yesterday. I love all you guys from the bottom of my fucking heart, bro. 7,000 subscribers is insane. I can't, 7K is wild. We literally just hit 1,000, June. So, I don't know. This season has been surreal. Thank you, guys. I'm going to set my lineups. I'm going to get my bets in. Going to enjoy another Sunday. I will see you guys tomorrow for the top 10 lessons learned show. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.